What up, people? Today we're going to be talking about a topic. This topic today is don't blame. This works within a certain strum, right, in a certain frame. Sometimes you are going to be needing to blame someone. And sometimes you are going to have to accept blame. Accountability. When people need to really know what's gone on, you are going to have to take accountability, or that person is going to have to take accountability. Maybe you do need to tell someone because of the level of seriousness. I just want to frame the conversation around that. There are going to be times where people are going to need to be accountable, and you are going to need to express what happened because of the level of seriousness. Now, outside of that, try not to blame people, because the way in which it comes across, it actually takes a lot away from you in a lot of circumstances. When a person blames another person, usually they have some kind of involvement. Blaming another person transfers my accountability to that other person so that I can feel good or better about myself. I can divert tension. Maybe I'm speaking to a manager or a senior member of staff or whatever. I can divert their attention to someone else and not take accountability for my own actions. But at the same time, make myself look better while putting this person down. A lot of people see that as an advantage, but it's actually a disadvantage, because one, what it does is it makes you weaker as a person. You aren't capable and you're afraid of taking that accountability and that brunt on yourself. There's a lot of times where I have not actually been at fault, but I'm not going to blame the other person for whatever they've done, even if they are at fault. Obviously, there are degrees to this, like I said before. For the most part, I'm not going to blame or mention the other person, because several things. They're going to learn from that experience. 2, we can have a conversation between us. It doesn't need to involve anyone else. 3, I get to take on some accountability. I like doing that because I like to operate not only as an individual, but as part of a team. And there is no I in team. So I'm taking on some of the accountability for some ish that's gone not great, because I'm part of that team. There's no I in team. That means I take some of the blame as well. I take some of the accountability as well. I learn from it as well. We all do as a team. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to let one person take the blame, even if it is all their fault, because we are part of the team. We all learn and improve and operate together. And if the team's any good, other members of the team will do the same. Even if I screw up, it's all my fault. This is why I'm saying you need to build a different type of mentality and a different mindset. It's not about blaming people to shift accountability and to shift focus onto them and beat them down and make them feel like ish. What does that say about you? That kind of action does not say much about you as a person. It doesn't say much about you as a person. It just says you're a snitch. It just says you're about yourself. You're selfish. It just says you're afraid of accountability. You're afraid of taking blame. Even if it's not your fault. Okay, it's not your fault. Don't say nothing. You don't need to point the finger. If you don't want any involvement, then don't take any involvement. It's gonna sound dodgy as frick. I'm not saying you didn't see nothing, but just don't involve yourself. Like, if you don't want to take any accountability, you don't want to take any of the blame, you don't want to be part of the team, and you just want to be a solo entity, remove yourself from the situation and don't give any kind of account as to who did what, when, and etc., right? Just remove yourself from the equation. But don't stay in the equation and be pointing fingers and this, that, and the other and expect yourself to still be part of that team, because that's not how a team member should act. Team member should be building other people up around them. Team member should be supporting other people around. Team member should be taking accountability. A team member should be taking some of the blame as well, because they're part of a team, not an individual. You can be an individual as well, but still act like this, because it's a better way of framing yourself. People can respect that type of behavior. People can understand that, hey, this person isn't a solo entity and they're just about themselves, and when it suits them, they'll throw whoever under the bus because they don't want to be tarnished and they don't want to be affected in any kind of negative way. That's not a team member. It's not a team player. So really take understanding in, okay, am I gonna behave as a solo entity? If so, that's fine, but remove yourself from the situation. Don't be name dropping people, pointing fingers, throwing people under the bus. It's just not good behavior, right? And it's weakness in your character. And if you're part of a team, then behave as part of a team. Take that brunt as well. In the hard times, you're there for your team members. Maybe you're staying late, maybe you're working longer, doing some of their work extra when they're away, or helping out when they're behind. It's the same in basketball, it's the same in football, any of the sports. If you're working as part of a team at work, you got each other's backs, you're helping each other out, you're promoting each other, you're building each other up, you're leveling each other up, you're schooling each other. You know what I'm saying? Team. You're taking accountability, you're taking the blame with them as well, and you're learning with them. and you're helping them grow. That's a team player, you know what I'm saying? So don't be throwing blame at people because you don't want to become a weaker person. You don't want to involve weakness in your character where you're able to prevent that. And some of that is taking accountability and not blaming people. It doesn't matter if you did it or you didn't. It doesn't matter. It's about that team mentality, about your person, your character. This is the same in relationships. Like, again, to some degree, it depends on the level of seriousness. I have to keep on reiterating that because some people are going to be like, oh, you know, well, this goes across the board. Well, no, if you've agreed this thing with your partner and it's actually very serious and you've crossed that and you freaking know it was very serious and you knew it was serious before, but you still made that decision and did X, Y, Z, then you deserve blame. And you should take accountability. But other than that, if it's minors, you know, you can get over it. It's not a big deal. Then don't blame. It's counterproductive. You're much better making a joke out of it and carry on moving forward and just taking a piss out of each other, banter. Like, people can respect that, people can love that, and people can really move forward from that, and they'll appreciate you and respect your character for how you've handled those situations, you know? Too many people are on this beat down, oh, I'll blame him, I'll blame her, because it makes me look better. And we see it a lot in the corporate world and try and look all perfect and capable and, oh, I never make a mistake and, oh, this is going to hurt my reputation. Why should it hurt your reputation? What, people don't make mistakes? Yes, some things can hurt your reputation. It's not impossible, obviously, but how do you look at it? This person has made honest mistake. They didn't intentionally try and do that. Whether it's small or big, and then that person's like, frick, I step up, I own up, I screwed up. In a small or big way, I screwed up. I'm really, really sorry. One, how do we amend this? What can I do to amend this? I'll work around the clock to fix this and amend this. Two, what kind of training can I get so that this never happens again? Can we have a debrief? Can you give me some advice? Can you tell me who I need to speak to so that I can improve and become better? You can respect a person that's freaking trying, regardless. People make mistakes. It's easy to be a judgmental person. Oh, well, he did that. Like, you're not looking at yourself though. Like, if we held a mirror up to you or a magnifying glass up to you, there'd be flaws, fam. There'd be flaws. And it's a flaw to be like, look at that person, he did or she did. Already, you're showing your flaws because you're pointing the finger because you're safe. You're on the other side of that finger. No one's pointing the finger at you, showing up your flaws under a magnifying glass. Yet, not a good characteristic within yourself if you're doing that. So you need to stop that, and rather than do that, admire the person, owning up, taking accountability, being vulnerable, because it takes cojones to admit you're wrong or that you've screwed up. But they've gone up there and they've shown that vulnerability, they've shown themselves up and said, hey, I screwed up in this way. Like, how can I move forward? How can I do better? I didn't mean to do this. Like, I want to improve. What can I do to amend this? That's something that you can respect. And, you know, we as a society need to do that more and not play this blame game, because that blame game tears people down. It tears society down. It divides. That's not what I'm about. I'm about unification. Unification is team. We share accountability. We share blame. We share our L's and we share our victories. You know what I'm saying? And wins. And we seek more. We seek learning and we seek improvement. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't come from blame. Comes from shouldering accountability, hard times together, building each other up and supporting each other together. That's where it comes from, and that secures the win. You know what I'm saying? That's the mindset that I'd like to share with you and build and promote in our society and throughout the world. Okay, so keep that in mind. Do your best to be self-aware and conscious, and avoid blaming. Again, if it's serious, those things need to be looked at. I'll let you be the judge, but if it's not that serious, then avoid blaming. Entertain that team mindset and mentality, okay guys? Thank you so much for watching the video today. Throw down in the comments and let me know your thoughts. Which parts do you agree with? Which parts don't you agree with? Or do you agree with all of it or disagree with all of it? Let me know. And have you experienced anything like this with the examples that I gave in the conversation? Let me know down in the comment section below. I love you guys, appreciate you all, and I'll see you all for the next video. Take it easy.